I told you. Oh, God.
Welcome once again to Vlog. I am your host. Today, I'm going to be giving my review of Mo Game Con VII. For me, Mo Game Con is more than a gaming convention. It's a reunion of sorts. I get to drive back to my hometown and meet up with a bunch of guys that I haven't seen in a while. They had some vendors, video game tournaments, a cosplay thing, two panels, and a game show thing. I'm not really familiar with all the guests. I sort of know who some of them are, but that's not why I was at the convention. The one I'm most familiar with is Boogie2988, who's probably best known for his Francis videos from 10 years ago. He's also known for his legal issues from 2020 and for getting punched in the face repeatedly by another large gentleman. Honestly, I don't know a lot about the guy, so I don't want to say too much. I mean, he was there with his daughter, which I thought was nice. Mo GameCon is a family affair, and what? Th- that's not his daughter? Do I want to know? No, okay, I'll just move on. The video games they had available to play were fun. They had Doom, the new Street Fighter, Mario Kart, and games like that. I didn't participate in any of the tournaments, but it looked to me like the kids all had a good time. Before we get to the vendors, we have to address the venue. The Orlando Gardens was simply far too small to host a video game convention. Now, there's a good reason for why this happened, but I'm not going to excuse it. Their last ticket vendor didn't pay them for an extended period of time, which meant that they couldn't book their usual venue in St. Charles. Even saying that, the venue just did not work for Mo GameCon. The Orlando Gardens is a venue that's typically reserved for weddings, so it's a pretty nice looking venue. I think this may be the only gaming convention in the entire country that had a white baby grand piano, but it's not really conducive to a game con. Hopefully next year they'll be able to do Mo Game Con 8 at a larger venue like St. Charles Community College. Maybe the Trunk and Trade event would work at Orlando Gardens, but not the one in the summer. That being said, Mo Game Con 7 happened. The Earth wasn't invaded by aliens, the world didn't end, it wasn't canceled due to ladies' sporting events, and they were able to get the show in before the giant freaking storm. To me, that's reason enough to celebrate. Now, the vendor room. To me, the standout from the show was Mr. Run and Jump. The studio, Graphite Lab, had a booth where they were showing their modern indie platformer as well as a version made for the Atari 2600. They're a small St. Louis based studio, so they didn't have far to go to attend. The modern version looks cool and all, but that Atari version, I want this. I have to have it. So it's a very simple game, but the controls were quite solid. You're a little dude who is trying to save his dog across 6 different worlds. Progression works like this. As you progress through the game, the color of the screen changes, and you get a cutscene for completing the world without dying. I think they said the game has about 80 different screens. I can't wait to play it, the full version on my Atari. I ended up picking up the PlayStation 5 version when I got home because I wanted to support some local guys, and it's alright. But I'm really looking forward to that Atari version. The other vendors were fairly typical. However, since the venue was small, it was very hard to navigate. Since it was so crowded, it also smelled like feet. Many of the resellers were asking fair prices, but some of them were quite ridiculous, and it showed when they had all their games at the end of the show. There were a few asking markups from 30 to 50% above eBay. Speaking of, I'm pretty sure the same copy of Kid Clown has been to every Mo Game Con. I ended up buying two games during the show, Descent for PlayStation and Felix the Cat for the Nintendo. I picked up Descent because the vendor was nice, and Felix is about a cat who gets a tank. Overall, I had fun. Since I showed up late, I think I had a better time than those who showed up when the doors first opened. Not caring about whether I bought anything certainly helped. I was just there to see some old friends and catch up. I imagine those who showed up early and wanted to buy a lot of stuff probably left disappointed. It certainly wasn't a perfect show, but I think they tried to make the best out of a bad situation, and hopefully Mo Game Con 8 is better with a more appropriate venue. preferably the one in St. Charles. So, those are just my thoughts on Mo Game Con 7. I'm not affiliated with the con, and I paid the full ticket price just like everybody else. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.